In 1912, a German meteorologist named Alfred Wegener looked at a world map and saw a puzzle. The coast of South America fit almost perfectly against Africa. He proposed a radical idea. The continents were once joined together in a supercontinent he called Pangaea. He had compelling evidence, identical fossils of land reptiles found on separate continents, and rock formations that matched across oceans. But the scientific community rejected his theory. The biggest question was, what force could possibly move an entire continent? For 50 years, Wegener's idea remained on the fringe. The answer came from the deep ocean. In the 1960s, using data from naval mapping, geologist Harry Hess discovered enormous underwater mountain ranges called mid-ocean ridges. He found that the crust was youngest at these ridges and got older farther away. Even more compelling were the magnetic stripes on the seafloor, symmetrical patterns on either side of the ridges, recording the Earth's magnetic field reversals like a tape recorder. This was proof of seafloor spreading. New crust was being created at the ridges and pushing the old crust outwards. This discovery was the missing engine. It unified Wegener's drift with seafloor spreading into the grand theory of plate tectonics. Our planet's outer shell isn't one solid piece, but a mosaic of massive, rigid plates floating on a hot, slowly flowing layer of mantle. These plates are in constant motion, moving at about the speed your fingernails grow. Where they interact, our planet's most dramatic events occur. At divergent boundaries, they pull apart, creating new oceans. At convergent boundaries, they collide, thrusting up mountain ranges like the Himalayas. And at transform boundaries, they grind past each other, unleashing the power of earthquakes along faults like the San Andreas. Plate tectonics explains the grand architecture of our world, the location of volcanoes, the cause of earthquakes, and the slow, relentless dance of the continents.